How's everybody doing? Leave your city, state, and business name in the comments and we will shout you out in a later video. This video is about the perils and the mistake of competing sideways. Now on this channel, we're all about competition. We've had videos on that. Competition is everything. When you decided to get in business, you decided to be a competitor. We don't subscribe to the idea that there is no competition and that there's enough money out here for everybody. I don't really subscribe to that because what it does is it turns people's competitive senses off, and the people that are sending those messages might know that they're doing that to try to turn your competitive juices off. The reality is competition is out there for your target customer and you should be competing for them directly and all the time. So this video is about competing sideways. We own a 2-location spa in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and we have always competed up, which means our competition is usually so big that they don't know we exist. And that's fine. Your competition doesn't have to know you exist for them to be your competition, because I say who my competition is. They don't get to say whether they're allowing me to compete with them. What we don't do is compete sideways. And what I mean by sideways is with businesses that are on the same scale and size as ours. We don't do that for a reason, because if we did that, we would end up having to match for match what they do. And they're not any bigger than us, so then how do we know if we're winning? We can only gauge winning and losing if we're competing up. It's something that we talk about all the time in our business, always comparing up. So when we are comparing a new system that we're trying to put in place, or a new deal, or a new way of dealing with customers, the idea is to compare up. How do the companies that have an endless number or endless supply of resources deal with these same problems? Because we want to take, maybe not do it the same way, but we want to take some cues from what they do, because they're having to do it on a much larger scale than we are. So we can take ideas from people that are much bigger than us versus taking ideas from people that are on our same level. Comparing sideways is really a bad plan because it makes you concentrate on the wrong thing. I'm trying to get to be who my upwards competitor is. So if I compare myself to another spa or another business that's on the same level of me, I'm really not winning anything. Sure, I may beat them in revenue this year, but what does that mean? I may beat them in reviews and customer service, but again, what does that mean? It doesn't get me anything. I'm trying to take market share from someone that's much bigger than me. And you'll find that when you compare up, you end up beating your sideways competition anyway. So just give this some thought. Hope you got some value from this. Have a good week.